Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video I'm going to explain things such as what is a resident file and how to find a file in master file table using offset and master file table entry for the CSS file for that one, which we checked in the previous video. First of all, what is a resident file? Disk files are often referred to as resident or non-resident. A file is resident if it is the primary copy of the file and it is stored on disk, regardless of whether the disk is online. A file is non-resident if it is stored only on a backup tape or if the file is a backup copy that is stored on another disk family. Confused? Okay, let's keep it simple. If the file is small enough to keep within the master file table, which is 1024 bytes, then it's resident. If it is larger than the MFT, then it's non-resident. I hope you get that. Let's open up the master file table, and in this NTFS partition, it's usually in the root. And if you go to MFT, okay, so that is a master file table file which has all the files. So now what I'm going to do is go to the CSS file which we worked in the previous video and get the offset, and I will show you how to find that file in the master file table. Okay, there you go, the offset. Oh no, that's not the right file. Okay, sorry, there you go. The offset is 161792. Okay, you may ask why it is 161792. This is a good thing of the FTK imager, which makes the work easier by multiplying the MFT record number, which is 158, and times it by 1024, which is the size of the master file table. Remember, the master file table is always 1024. So if 158 times 1024 bytes is 161792. If you know, let me just make sure that is correct. Okay, 158. Let's just times it by 1024. There you go. It match 161792. So that is the offset. Let's just say, for example, you got a question which only shows the MFT record number, such as, let's just say 109. What is the offset? Simple. Just times it by 1024. There you go. That would be your offset. So let's go back to okay, let's remember the offset 161792, and let's go back to the root where the MFT file. Okay, there you go. Now out of here, basically you do is right click and go to offset, and then you type in 161792. Make sure it's decimal and the beginning of the file, yes, and click OK. I don't know if you could see it barely. Let me just scroll up a bit. As you could see, the cursor starts from the file here. In the hex, you could see it's 27800. You may not see it clearly because that is one of the flaws with FTK imager, because you cannot zoom this particular view pane. But as you could see, the cursor, it starts from here. This is the start of the offset 161792. This is the hex, this is the binary data shown in hex, and This is the data which is shown in ASCII. Okay, let me just mark the CSS file data in the MFT file. So there you go, and these are the data of the CSS file. I know it is quite hard to see, but I do have a clear screenshot which explains everything. Let's go to that. There you go. Each MFT entry has a header and attributes, and if the file is small, it can fit in the MFT entry, and if the file is big, then it makes another entry which makes the file non-resident. Again, it's resident or non-resident. So let's say the file starts from 27800 in hex, which is the MFT header. And the standard information attribute begins with number 10, which marked in green. As you can see here, there you go, there's a 10 there. That is the standard information attribute. The file name attribute, on the other hand, starts with a 30. I'll show you in this. There you go, it's 30 there. And then finally the data attribute, which always begins from 80. It should have a data, yep, there you go, 80 there. Okay, what you need to understand here is some files may have all the attributes, which is 10, 30 or 80. And you need to remember which number belongs to which attribute, because this is crucial. Number 10 is standard information, 30 is file name attribute, and then 80 is data attribute. Once again, some of the file doesn't contain any data. So in that case, it may not have the data attribute. You may just have like a standard information attribute and the file name attribute, or in some of the files you can just have a standard information, or some you have just a standard and the data attribute. So make sure you understand everything. And the resident byte, that's important. So the 9th byte from the attribute, which is marked in pink, tells you whether if the file is resident or non-resident. If the file is, if it shows 00, the file is resident, and if it shows it's 01, then the file is non-resident. You can also check, this is in the property pane, by selecting the right file. Okay, so this is how you identify the file attributes and the resident byte information in the master file table. Let's go back to the MFT file in FTK Imager, and this is where you find the information about the length of the file is 752 bytes, the size of the clusters used, the logical sector, and the physical sector. So hope you enjoyed and learned something from this video, and I will meet you all in the next one. Thank you for watching.